right, we are live, and I am here. This actually might be one of my most exciting guests to bring on. I'm here with Mike G, who is one of our national sales managers here at Bolt-On Technology. He's also known as Godfather. He's our resident chef, even resident DJ, popcorn maker.
Jack of all trades.
And he does big things for the company. This man is really a jack of all trades, and we are lucky to have him here today. Thanks.
Well, thank you, Shana.
You are so welcome.
We are also lucky to have you here for the company also. So let's give some prompts back to you.
Yeah. So he's also a sweet talker. But today, one of the things that we were talking about, we were going back and forth earlier before we came on here, talking about the importance of really utilizing everything from past trips to help you sell services this trip. And some of the things that we were talking about is, when it comes to being smart, the more information you have, the better you're able to help your customer.
Absolutely. Well, so some of the important things is when a customer visits a shop is setting up them future recommendations, right? We've all been to the doctors. We've all been to the dentists. Some of the best practices out in the industries is setting up them future appointments. And we say to ourselves here at Bolt-On, why don't we bring them services and bring them into the automotive repair shop?
Mm-hmm.
So when you come in for a visit today, why not be able to set up a next recommended service, as well as setting up that soft appointment for that future appointment?
Mm-hmm.
This way the customer's a little bit more prepared for the next visit. Not only are they mentally prepared, but actually it helps them be a little more financially prepared also for that.
For sure. Absolutely. And, when people are coming into your shop, they're not going to need every type of service every trip that they have in. So, if you are doing your digital vehicle inspections, right, and you see that the brakes, perhaps on that next trip, they're really going to need to be replaced, different things along those lines. The benefit of things like the digital vehicle inspection, where you're taking pictures and you're showing exactly what it looked like their past trip, is it gives them more confidence in making the best decisions for their car as well. You're able to give those recommendations, but then you also have that support to say, hey, look, this is actually the wear and tear you're seeing on your vehicle, and understanding their driving habits can help with that too.
And absolutely. And basically, in as streamlined as we're just providing the customer what kind of an outline, what's coming up on their vehicle, right? So now we can just show the progression of tires. We can show the progression of brakes. And some of the part that we're doing here at Bolt-On is using digital inspection.
Mm.
So this way, again, we're preparing that customer. We know that most of our customers out there, it's easier for them to come to the shop a couple times a year, spend a couple $100 here and there, than being able to come to a shop and having a $2,000 or a $3,000 bill.
Yeah.
So what we like to do is provide that customer, with photos, pictures, videos, and make our shop more transparent for the customer.
Mm-hmm.
Today's picking up the phone and trying to call a customer, whether you're going to spend $400 or $500 on a job. Picking up the phone and having a 15, 20-minute conversation like that, it really doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work because during that 15 or 20-minute conversation, we said to ourselves, well, geez, we talked to the customer for 15 or 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
How much do we really think they retained on that conversation?
Oh, exactly.
So I can tell you, by just hearing on that conversation, they retain about 10 to 15%. Or if we're able to provide that customer with a full color digital inspection report, now not only do they hear, but now they're actually able to see through their smartphone, we're talking 60 to 70% retention.
Mm-hmm.
And for a shop, that's going to lead to more sold services. Customers these days are, they spend a lot of money on their vehicles.
Yeah.
And they're coming to your shop, and you as a shop, you're kind of the doctor for their vehicle. So the more time you spend with your customer, gaining trust with your customer, being transparent with your customer, customers are going to see the value of your shop. They're not going to go any other place. They already trust you, love who you are. Now you're just providing that customer with a much better service in the automotive repair facility.
Absolutely. And I think, as you begin to build that work history, that's when I feel like you're able to really recommend that preventative service too. So people are coming in, all right, they know they need this done because, this is something that could potentially put their safety at jeopardy, right?
That's
or,
correct.
it's a consistent thing like an oil change that they're coming in for. But when you're able to build out that preventative schedule, because you're able to look back and see, okay, these are the driving habits that you have, these are the past services that you have, that's a pretty strong relationship that you're able to build with your customers there too.
That is correct. And some of the services that we offer here at Bolt-On is not only do we guesstimate when that customer's due back for that next service, we actually go through their history and read their driving habits. So we can pretty much precisely tell a customer when they're due back for that next service based on their own driving habits. And like we talked about earlier, I mean, setting up the recommendation, calendar booking appointment, just like your doctor and dentist again. I mean, 7 days prior to appointment, we're going to send that customer an automatic text message appointment reminder, or we just want to drive that customer back to your shop. We know the average vehicle on the road needs to be in a shop 3 or 4 times a year. When we look at some of the data through some of the shops, we're trying to figure out why a shop only sees that vehicle maybe 1.2 times a year. So part of our software is just to drive that customer back to your shop, right? It's easier, like we talked earlier, to spend a couple $100 each visit than getting that one big repair bill. The customers are not really financially set up for that.
Yep, absolutely. So, all right, we know that between pictures and videos and past history, those are all easier ways to really sell new services, continue to build that trust with your customer. And that whole idea that we're able to follow up as well and nurture that relationship. That's just making not only the whole entire industry as a whole, like you said, more transparent, but it's really making your business not an option for them, but a destination every time they need something handled with their vehicle.
That is correct. And like we says, it's our duties as a shop owner to advise a customer. Let them know what's going on with their vehicle. We don't really need to be compared to the doctor office where it's a hard visit to go see the auto mechanic.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that hard. I mean, customers like to be listened to. And a good mechanic is going to sit there and listen to the customer's complaints or what's wrong with their vehicle. So providing this type of service, doing with digital inspection, setting up advanced scheduling, sending out text messages, it's the way of the future. I mean, everybody we look at, everybody has their cell phone attached to their hip, right? Shana's is here, mine's in my pocket. So we know, if we want a response quick from the customer, it's not necessary to pick up a phone anymore.
No. We
shoot a quick text, and within minutes, we have a response back. The days of picking up the phone and making outbound calls to the customer just doesn't work no more. Have you looked at the calendar? It's June of what year?
2019. Can you believe it?
I cannot believe it.
So, yeah, the biggest thing that we want you all to really take away from this is use all of that data that you're building with tools like Bolt-On Technologies, digital vehicle inspection, and all the other tools that we have to really understand where that vehicle has been before when it comes to your shop and where it needs to go in order to make that customer comfortable.
I absolutely agree, Shane. And like I says, within the near future, this is what customers want, right? We have to be in the automotive shop. We have to provide our customers with a better experience. And through our Bolt-On products, we have the solution. It's just being transparent, providing with a better service, and just taking care of your customer. Let's take all the guess game out for the customer.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, taking all the guess game out. Perfect. Well, Mikey G, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Shana. Thank you for having me.
Of course. I think we're going to have you back. I think you did very well for your first
I think next time we should be cooking or maybe eating here together.
Yeah, we can cook and we can eat. That's fine by me. Yeah, if you haven't checked it out already, we just posted a video not too long ago, and you see Mike taking over the kitchen, making some omelets. No, I think it was burgers this time. But until next time, thank you guys so much for joining us for Automotivated. We know we're automotivated. We hope you are too. Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.